Ooh. Oh, hey up, sir. I was just about to send you a link. Guess I don't need to, you found it on your own. Anyway, greetings everyone. Apologies for not live streaming on Thursday. I may have gotten myself a bit addicted to 7 Days to Die. With that aside, let's get on in today's episode. And what a way to start the episode. I've been chucked in against the behemoth. Let me see if I can bring this thing down nice and quick. Well, I'm glad you found it. Oh. Wrong person. I need to get back to my white mage and I can't. There we go. Now we can heal him up. So, last episode we dealt with Seymour again for the third time, rather persistent fellow. And in today's episode we're working our way through the Mount Gegazet cave.
No time to waste, let's go!
Work out where to go. Oh. So there are two steps that we need to do in order to get through the cave. Two puzzles, if you will.
If anything should happen in the water, we're relying on you three.
The first of which is just across the water here.
If it gets dangerous, pull out quick.
Right.
Be careful, okay?
Ah, the piranhas, easy enough to take out. So just up ahead is our first puzzle to deal with, and this one I have to admit is actually quite an annoying one because it's based on timing. So basically what we have to do is we have to throw Walker's blitz ball straight through the middle and hit that white circle in the centre, which is where the timing comes into it. So let's see if I can get this right. Unfortunately, you've got two separate things that are rotating, so you have to wait until they're both lined up. Too late. Well, I got past the outer one that time. It was the inner barrier I struggled to get through that time. A bit too early. Oh, come on, that should have hit. Got it. There we go. So that's step one complete. I should point out that later on we will have to do that again in order to get one of the Dark Aeons to appear. And there's a slight little twist with it later on, but we'll get into that later. go ahead and chuck out some thunder spells here, try and get rid of these guys a bit quicker. Crikey, I forgot how many hit points these guys have. Wow. I don't think that fish took kindly to me healing up Titus. There we go. Oh, Dark Elemental. How best to deal with that? Well, I know how best to deal with that. Unfortunately, I don't have the spell necessary. So what we're going to do is we're going to break his armor for a start. The best way to actually take these things out is with holy. Like I said, unfortunately right now we don't have access to that. Be a good place to start off training later as well in here, I reckon. Oops. Oh, I don't want to save my game right now, I just wanted to heal up. For those of you that don't know, using the safe mode can instantly restore all health and MP. I really can't be bothered to fight this thing right now. Right, now I believe... the other side on things. Oh, these guys don't want to leave me alone. Try and run from as many of these things as I can, I think. I don't want to bore everybody with grinding or training on camera, if I'm honest. Just want to check things. Oh, there's Alvet potions. Really aren't worth doing battle with. I don't know why, I had the feeling I might have got Mega Phoenixes out of them or something, but perhaps not. So in future we won't bother wasting our time with them. Oops. Oh, I hate the camera angles in this place. It'd be such a pain in the bum. Right, so in that case then it's this way we're meant to be going, not that way. I believe we just follow it around. It should lead us to our second puzzle. Right then, so with this one we have to make sure we're sending the guys into the correct pattern. So in this case, Rikin is the green one. Tyus is the blue one, and Waka is the pinkish red coloured one. And then once you've done that, just drop down under the water a little bit. So I believe there is a chest under there, which is easily missed. God, I love that evading counter. Oh, right, if I'll finish it now, there's only one left. Very little point in trying to run now. So we have got a boss fight coming up at the end of the tunnel as well, which I will give you guys a little bit more info on shortly. So once you get out of the water, you'll notice that the stairwell here has risen up, which means we can now get out.
Upon us soon. She has sent fiends to test our summoner's strength.
Who is she?
Yunaleska.
Lady Yunaleska?
In Xanarkand, she awaits the arrival of the strongest.
She is still alive?
As much as Micah and Seymour.
I see.
Lost your nerve?
No. Nothing frightens me now.
Braska would be proud.
Then I must not let him down.
So if your team has taken a battering, again we can use the save point here. These random encounters are being quite relentless today as well.
It comes!
Okay, so our boss fight is the Sanctuary Keeper with 40k of hit points. And this one can be a bit of a tough one. So let's see here, where should we start? I would recommend getting all limit breaks out at the beginning. The fact that it does put curse on your team will stop you from using the limit breaks. Damage. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, I don't think there is actually any way to remove curse. Or at least not that I've found anyway. That's getting annoying. First things first, what we're going to do is we're going to dispel that protect of his. Next we're going to put reflect on him. That would stop him casting his blooming Curaga. There we go. No more Curaga for you. I'll take that protect. Worth it? Why not? Let's give it a try. I am going to have to do a bit of work with Yojimbo at some point, I think. It will certainly aid us against the Dark Aeons. Oh, hello. We're going to get to see the legendary Zanmato. That means this fight is officially done. It doesn't go any further. Because Yojimbo's Zanmato move is a one-hit KO regardless of what it hits. Also, a little tip for you, the way to work out if Yojimbo's about to use Zanmato is if he's going to use it, he'll nod his head first. If he nods his head, then you know he's about to use it.
Hey, can't we rest a little?
No need. We reach the summit soon.
I know. That's why I want to stop for a bit. Soon means that there's not much time left.
Riku.
Fine. I'll think on the way.
Hey, come on, let's go.
We are almost there, aren't we?
We've come a long way.
What's so funny?
You remind me of myself. Before, the closer I came to Zanarkand, the more I wondered. When we arrive, Braska will call the final Aeon. He will fight sin, then die. I thought my mind was made up long before. But when I stood here, my resolve wavered.
Never would have figured. Legendary Guardians choke sometimes too, yeah?
Legendary Guardian. I was just a boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world too. But I changed nothing. That is my story.
Sorry about that, folks. Had to get a drink. Right, where were we? Right, so our journey now takes us into Zanarkand.
A city dead for 1,000 years. A city I had to see with my own eyes. The end of Yuna's journey. last chapter in my story. My thoughts, they kept floating up and then slipping through my fingers, slipping away before I could pin them down with words.
Yuna, I say no. If we go down there, then you'll...
Riku, you're a true friend, and I thank you, but I must go down to Xanarkand.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go. But should we think about it some more? There's gotta be some kind of way we can save you, Yuna!
All my life, I knew this moment would come. Thank you, Riku. Thank you for everything.
Don't say that, Yuni. It's not over yet.
Tell Sid, thank you.
No, you can tell him yourself.
Please.
Yuni, don't say that because we're gonna see each other again, okay?
Kimari, let's go. Sir Orin, Kimari told me, when my father wanted me taken from Bavel to Besaid, it was you who told Kimari, right? I had always wanted to meet you someday. I am truly glad that I had that chance.
Is Yuna's spear,
Having you as a guardian was
and it's
so
basically
great an honor.
her.
I don't know how to thank
Well, it's
you.
basically her saying goodbye, I
Perhaps
suppose.
if I defeat Sin, that will be my thanks to you. That's what I'll do. Yes. I will challenge Sin. I will defeat Sin. If you are all there watching this, then I guess Sin is already gone. And so am I suppose. Anyway, I just wanted to say, Sir Orin, I thank you. Kimari, do you remember the first day we met? I was only 7. My father had defeated Sin, and all Bavel was celebrating. Everyone was saying what a hero my father was. I was so happy. But when night came, it occurred to me. My father had defeated Sin, and now he was dead. Now, I was all alone. I couldn't sleep. So I wandered into the town, away from the celebrating crowds. I stood on the bridge in Bavel, where my father and I had parted. Standing there, alone, I could see the fields where he had fought Sin. Then, you appeared, Kimari. You said you were looking for the daughter of Braska, remember? At first, I was so scared. Until I realized what a gentle person you are. You weren't used to talking to children. When I told you that I was Braska's daughter, you said you would take me as far from Bavel as you could. That it was the wish of a man facing death. I think I cried then, because that That was when I knew my father was dead, and I would never see him again. You just held me, without saying a word. I cried after we got to Besaid, too. When you tried to go, after leaving me in the care of the temple, I held on to you crying, "Don't go, don't go." And you listened, Kimari. You stayed. Kimari, thank you. Thank you so much. And I've always liked your broken horn. Waka, Lulu. I'll never forget my days spent with you, growing up in Besaid. We always played together, us and Chapu. That's why I was always so happy, I think. And when you refused to let me become a summoner, and I did it anyway, I'm sorry. I've always wanted to apologize. You know, when you tried to stop me then, really, I was happy. I could tell you really cared about me. You were like my big brother and sister. No, I think you really were my big brother and sister. What else? I love watching you play blitzball, Waka. I even love it when you scold me, Lulu. Really. I guess that leaves the newest Guardian. Star player of the Xanarkand Ames. You are... I am... Well... I'm glad that we met. We haven't even known each other that long, but... It's funny. So this is what it feels like. It's a much more wonderful feeling than anything I had ever imagined. Wonderful. But it hurts sometimes. I wonder... I just want to say thank you for everything. Maybe that's why it hurts. When I think about us never being together again at all, I'm afraid. No, I shouldn't say that. I'll do that part over.
What you up to?
So she recorded that all the way back when we were still at the Mayhem High Roads. That was quite a trek ago. And that was a long-winded cutscene too. Right. With that all done and dusted, let's make our way down into Xanarkand. There are no random encounters for the moment as well, so we're free to just stroll down at our own leisure. So feel free to take in the sights as we go. I've got to say, of all the Final Fantasy X scenes they've done, this is probably one of the most beautiful ones. And one of my favourites.
listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
So everything we've done up until now
There was more, right?
was basically
Yeah, I mean,
a
like that
recap
time.
of everything they've done so
anyone?
far. We're basically going through events as Titus
Yes?
I think
recalls
that we
them.
should stop.
Now from here on
Maybe.
forward, it's
For
all
now.
fresh.
Let's go.
So random encounters will resume now as we make our way to the dome, where we shall face off against probably the most annoying boss fights in the game. I think we'll run for now. So I'll do my level grinding off camera, and I think our team's strong enough to deal with anything that comes our way for the time being. Getting a lot of fortune spheres. Game's making me look like a liar at the moment. So I do recall saying in one of my previous streams that the fortune spheres are a pain to get hold of. Of course, although I'm picking a few of them up, it doesn't mean I'm going to use them. I didn't use them last time, and I shan't use them this time. And greetings to whoever's just joined my live stream.
Looks like the far plane.
Close enough.
Consistent. Oh god, I got myself stuck. Oh, an oak shoot. You know what, actually I think I might fight this one. Just purely because I know I can grill through it nice and quickly. Let's see if we can't get that magic of ours to do even more damage with the mental break. For those of you that don't know, mental break increases all enemies' vulnerabilities that get hit with it to magic, which means now our magic should do a bit more damage. Well, a little bit more anyway. Let's just get this chest a second. Oh, another dark flame. You know what? I think we'll run from this one just purely because they're a pain to take out without holy, unless of course you use armor break, but even then it still takes a while. Another one of those, huh? Okay, so here we are then at the dome.
Journeyer of the long road, name yourself.
I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the island of Besaid.
Your eyes, my dear, show me the long road you have traveled. Very good. You have journeyed well. Lady Yunalesca will surely welcome your arrival. Go to her now, and bring your guardians with you. Go.
Yes.
So as we work our way through here, we are going to see past summoner parties.
I will gladly give my life. It is the highest honor for which a guardian might ask. Use my life, Lady Yoken, and rid Spirit of sin.
What was that?
Our predecessors.
She said Lady Yoken, didn't she? Wait, she guarded High Summoner Yoken?
This dome is filled with fireflies. It's like one gigantic spear. People's thoughts remain here forever.
Right then, let's progress. Yeah, I'm gonna run from that. I mean, I could kill it, but it will more than likely kick the crap out of it in a minute. Choose thy battles, as they say. I will be coming back here for a bit of grinding at some point in the near future. Oh, there you are. There will be a few things that I'll be doing before I come back here. This one, I'm going to actually cheat a little bit here. I'm hoping this will work, because it does look like an undead, which means... hang on. Let me try this. No, he's not an undead. Okay, he just looks like an undead. That's interesting. Won't make that mistake again. God, what is that cannon sting's fascination with tiders? Every time. So we are actually getting to the point now where we're going to be able to start doing optional stuff. And I think my first point of call is probably going to be to show you guys how you can level grind nice and quickly. So Mr. Seymour has been here before. Oh, actually, they're zombies, aren't they? Which means... They should instantly... Oh no, really not. I need Kiraga for that. Of course, those ones are machines, so technically they can't become zombies, but they just make them look like zombies. More of these guys. I'm going to try something here. As I thought. Only thing now is Orange been turned to a zombie, which means any healing magic will hurt him. So we are going to have to be a little bit more careful now for a minute. We're just going to divert ourselves down here because this chest down here contains a level 3 key sphere, which until we get into the Omega Dungeon and inside Sin is actually quite a rare find.
Thank you for your concern. Fine, I said my piece. Well, I haven't. Lord Braska, let us go back. I don't want to see you die. You knew this was to happen, my friend. Yes, but I cannot accept it. Oren, I am honored that you care for me so, but I have come to kill grief itself. I will defeat sin and lift the veil of sorrow covering Spirit. Please understand, Oren.
Oops, that's not the character I wanted.
Are the trials ahead?
Probably.
Here too, huh? Give me a break. I was expecting, parades and fireworks.
You can ask for them after I defeat Sin.
Alright then, so here we are in the inner chamber, which takes us into the Cloister of Trials. And this one's a unique one, in a sense. But also can be a very annoying one at points as well. So what we have to do is step on the correct patterns here in order to match the patterns that are on the screen over there. So let's see if we can do it. Hit the wrong one, of course, though, and you start from scratch. That's that one. Which one are we missing? There we go. Okay, so we now need to do the same again in the next room, and there'll be 4 different puzzles we have to do. So we'll start from this end of the room. Oh dear. And the patterns this time are in the other room. So let's have a look what we've got here. So we want that one. That one. That one. That one. That one, I think. Yep. And then... No, it's not that one we want. Where is it? Or is it? No, it's not that one, it's that side. Bugger. Stood on the wrong one. That's the one I wanted. That one. That should be all of them. Well, that one requires to sit, so we'll skip that one for now. Right then. Shit. I was trying to dodge that. I only had one left to get and I know exactly where it was as well. Oh, I keep stepping on the wrong ones. There we go. Got there in the end. Yeah, no problem, Avid Flicks. I'll do that when I get a minute. Sure, I can do that, it's not an issue. In fact, if you just give me a moment. It's not coming up in my notifications. As soon as your thing comes up in my notifications, I'll click on it and then I'll subscribe that way. Right, well. Trying to work out which one's which. Which one am I missing? Ah, there it is. One more puzzle to go, and then after that we can move the spheres. And then we have got another boss fight coming up, which is probably my most hated. Got this time. Hang on, that's the puzzle we just did, isn't it? Or is it? No, it's not. It's a different one. So we need this one here, and that should do it. Right, now what we need to do is put the spears into the final 2 pillars, and we should be able to activate the lift and the boss fight with it. And I am going to save my game actually before I do this boss fight, because it does have a habit of screwing me over regardless of how well I prep for it. So I just want to make sure I'm safeguarding myself. Right, let's just go ahead and do a game save. Because I don't trust this boss fight as far as I can throw it. And this nasty piece of work is known as the Spectral Keeper. And he has 52k of hit points. And as I stated before, he is one of the most annoying boss fights I've ever come across. But not the hardest. System will even earn its way into my top 10 toughest bosses video that I'm still prepping to do. I know I did say that I was doing it last year, and I was in the middle of getting it sorted, but then unfortunately my funds unfortunately went tits up, and I didn't have the money to get the equipment needed to record certain bits and pieces. So I've had to actually put that video on hold, but as soon as I'm able to, I will resume recording of it. Uh-oh, we've got a berserk character. Before I do that, let's separate ourselves out a little bit. And the reason I'm separating my team out is to stop them from being able to take everybody out all in one go. With our team separated out, you can only hit one target at a time. Trying to work out how best to deal with this thing. I've never really developed a strategy for dealing with them. I've always gone straight to Yojimbo and done away with them as quickly as possible because it irritates me that much. Warren's been berserk this time. Right, do you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm going to demonstrate my hatred towards this thing, hopefully. I'm going to try and defeat him with one hit. How much did I offer this time? Is that much worth it? Jimbo, please do away with him for us. Or don't. Guess that didn't work. Generally thought he had me for a second, right? I'm going to try and blind this thing, see if that helps. Of course he's immune. Oh dear, that's a bit fine, which means we need to move Yuna, otherwise she's going to be one-hit KO'd. So let's go ahead and move her. See how much damage I can do with magic. I'd hope for better. Ah, mental break works on him. Perhaps we can use this to our advantage then. First though, I think I better get Rocco back up. see how much damage we do now with mental breakers. Well, that's better. Crud. I'm thinking we should probably try and get Tidus out on the field and start getting some haste out so that we can keep up with this guy. I didn't see that glitch when I weren't paying attention. We've almost gone in. Let's chuck a mega potion out, try and get ourselves skilled up a little bit. Now that the landmine's gone, we can get Orm back up. Please tell me I didn't just cast it in here. Oh no, I did cast it on the right target, that's fine. You know what? As much as I want Toast to get some XP, I think killing this thing takes priority right now. There's only so many times I can cheat death.
Yuna, we're here.
The Hall of the Final Summoning.
Go.
Yes.
Huh? What do you mean, no final Aeon?
Sir Oren! Everyone!
Right. So we've got ourselves a save point here, and I think that's a good a place as any to wrap up today's episode. I'm not sure when I'll be back streaming again. I'll try and stream again as soon as possible, though I have been getting very addicted to a few other games at the moment. And just, yeah, I've also been worked ragged at work as well, so I run ragged at work. But yeah, so thank you to everybody that stopped by today, and to anyone that does stop by off stream. And we'll pick things up next time, where we will complete the last part of this chapter of the story, and then that will allow us to go on to the optional content. And that will probably start with a quick, easy way to level grind. So I hope you do come back and join me for that. So anyway, thanks very much for watching today, and I will catch you all next time. Bye bye for now.